the 28th of August. My husband is fishing. The Destroyer of Silence is not here. I haven't done any clips since, I don't know when. I think I tried to clip and it just wasn't working for me. I have been all over the place and no place at the same time. And if you know how that feels, then you know. You know. That being said, I have been reading. I took notes. Where the heck did I do with my notes? Where's my notes? My notes. Anyways, I wanted to give you an update of where I'm at in my books. So I have been in the evenings before bed reading to the end of a chapter or chapter breaks. So that could be 10 pages, could be 20, whatever it is, of Empires and Dust by Ryan Cahill. So I am at this point 46% of the way through that book. At this point, I'm probably still going to be finishing it off when the audiobook becomes available on the 30th of September. I hope not. I hope I actually can have it done before the end of September. Everyone on this train is a suspect. I am at this point 88% of the way through that book. I have like 1 hour left. 1 hour. And I kind of want to save it, but then I don't. So I might finish it tomorrow night, or I might finish it Saturday morning. So probably will get that done. I have only 2 hours left of A Memory Called Empire by Arkady Martine. And I am 87% of the way through that. I have 2 hours left of that. And I will actually get that finished by Saturday morning. I'm at 12% into Ruin. I have not picked it up since I finished chapter 10. Now, I am loving all of my reading. I just haven't been picking up the other books much. I did read a little bit here and there of Everyone on This Train is a Suspect by Benjamin Stevenson, and Tracy and I are really enjoying all of the theorizing that we've been doing, and it's just been really, really fun. I am enjoying my reading, and I am enjoying my reread of Ruin very much, and I want to get back into it, but first I would like to get 50% of the way through of Empires and Dust. That would be great. That would be great. But I also want to finish the other 2 books that I'm so close to being finished. And then I feel like it'll be like a clean slate. I don't have to finish Ruin because I'm thinking that I'm going to be reading it throughout the whole of September. I want to start Wrath in October, the 1st of October. So the first weekend in October. I'd like to start that then. But we shall see. So if anybody is still reading Valor and you haven't quite finished it yet, it's okay. It's fine. I love this buddy read because we're taking our time, and I like that we're taking our time. All right, so things that I've been watching. I've been watching the story of Pearl Girl. Now, I was talking to Nori about it, and I said, oh, so sad. And she goes, it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any less sad. Just so you know, you should have watched the double. Because you didn't watch the double yet. No, I didn't watch the double yet. You should have watched the double. I should have listened to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Noria, that I did not listen to you and I did not watch the double before watching the story of Pearl Girl. And she also told me that, we talked about a few different things, and then I added some of those things to my list. Because I am enjoying the foreign stuff. I'm enjoying the C dramas and the K drama and I like it. I enjoy it, but I prefer the period stuff, the stuff that happened like during different dynasties and stuff like that. I like that kind of thing. I do. So, all right. I may have already mentioned this before, but I'm going to go ahead and do it again. And I'm so sorry if you've already heard me talk about Venom. Skip just a little bit. So, I watched Venom Part 3, The Last Dance. I want to give it 4 out of 5 popcorns. The husband also rates it high. We both loved the first movie. We could do without the second one. That's being super honest right there. But we loved the first one. That was a 5 out of 5. This one, 4 out of 5. I like the way that it ended. I like the closure that we got for Eddie and Venom. I love how that happened. Now, they did do this little thing where there was like a she-Venom at the end, and I'm like, I'm good. Please, Hollywood, do not get any ideas. I do not need it. I do not need a she-Venom. Okay? And since we were on this kick of watching some anti-hero type stuff, we decided to go ahead and check out Kraven. My poor husband. He didn't feel there was enough action. He said there probably could have been a little less of the kids. Like this, I'm like, but you got to have the origin story. He said just less. There should less. You could have told that less, more action. And I said, well, until somebody who is not known for children's cartoon movies is no longer in charge of Marvel, this is what we're gonna get. Okay? That's just the way I feel. And my husband is a normie. He's like, what are you talking about, Marvel? I said, that it's a Marvel character. So I had to explain that to him. Really? See? Even Putty. See? Yeah. He agrees with me. That's right, baby. Other things I watched. The reason why I missed my last meetup on a live for Noria's buddy read was because I forgot what day it was and I forgot what time it was, and I was binge watching the second season of Sandman. Now I know people are gonna say stuff because of gaming, whatever. Don't care. I made a decision not to read any more of his books, like the other books, because they just don't vibe for me. I've tried it. I tried the Gods one, and I just tried watching American Gods. It wasn't my thing. It just wasn't my thing. But I really liked the first season of The Sandman, and I want to own the omnibus of the graphic novel. I do. I'm kicking myself for not getting that. I really, really am. And I could have gotten volume 1, and then I would like to get volume 2, and that's all I want. I don't care about the dude behind the art. I don't care. But I did enjoy it. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 popcorns, and I really like that final extra episode. Tracy's gonna hate this. It was death. It was an episode dedicated just to her character and one night of her character that she gets one night off every 100 years or so. So Death has a night off and things happen. Now, let's get to some of the books that I found. My friend and I went to the book sale before this last one. First we went to the last one. I didn't come back with any books. I just came back with a whole butt ton of goodies that went straight to my ass. We went to another book sale the following week, and I picked up this. Yes, a cookbook. My husband's he's gonna have me in a sling. I'm telling you. I just felt that microwaving for 1 or 2 just made sense because it's just the 2 of us, and sometimes I would like to make things for myself that he's not going to eat, he won't touch with a 10-foot pole, and I would like to make some things, but it seems silly to cook the things and then try to figure out how to make smaller portions so you don't have so much like waste. So, and I don't want things to go bad because I'm not going to eat the same thing all the time. Well, what am I saying? I eat the same breakfast every freaking day. Except for the other day, I decided to make myself blueberry pancakes. They were amazing. Amazing. I held this up. I have no idea who the actors are. I have no idea what this is really about. It looks sci-fi. And I'm going to check it out. The Battle for Skyark. Every world needs a hero. That's true. That's true. I don't even know when this was made. When was this made? I don't know. PG-13, it can't be that bad. Can't be that bad. I didn't need this. I really didn't. But it's so shiny. I know. I already have a copy that my mom gave me. It's smaller, chunkier. This is bigger. It's still chunky. But I didn't need this, but look. The Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. It's so pretty. And I would like to own the Kingsbridge series eventually. So I'll probably try to get all the, none of these covers match, but I would like to get covers that matches. It's just so, look, it's shiny. I had to have it. Okay? I had to. Now, what am I going to do with the other book? I'm going to gift that to somebody. I think I'm going to gift that to somebody. What else did I get? We did go... I think we went to another bookshop. I went to another book sale, and I went by myself. But it wasn't even a sale. It was just that it's my library that I live in my town. It lives in my library from my hometown has books for sale all the time. So I decided to stop in there, but I'm not going to show you those books yet. My friend and I, the day before we went to the one where I found the Follett book, we went to a place called Friends of the Library. I think a lot of towns really do have the Friends of the Library. They're either in the town office, like the one in my town is in the town office, and I think they have like a free library outside for people, and they utilize that, and they are in collaboration with the library. So this is also in collaboration with the library. They get donations. Sometimes they take some stuff from the library to add to their book area, but it's not just books though. It's like beautiful like china that somebody has decided to donate, casserole dishes that you can tell are like vintage, like 70s casserole, the actual Pyrex, not the stuff that they make now that will like explode if it gets too hot. Yes, that's a thing. I had that happen the night of the lasagna. There's a story. The night of the lasagna. So while I was there, she'd go, oh, they were so excited to see us, these ladies. They were so nice. I ended up picking up, hey, you've been clawing at this. That makes me very upset. Anyways, it's going in my office so that he can't get to it anymore. But I mentioned that I lost my William Shakespeare complete collection that I had. And they said, oh, we have a copy of one right there. And I said, that's awesome. Look, it's old. And the print, tiny. It's tiny. But I don't care. It's going on my shelf. It's going to sit there next to my other poetry books and my copy of A Streetcar Named Desire by Tennessee Williams. I have a copy of a play. So that's going up there on that shelf, and that makes me super, super duper happy. And then while I was there, I said, oh look, it's a Bachman. I'm going to start my Bachman collection, and I decided, why not? And I think this was the last one I read. So I found this. Hey, it is Things My Son Needs to Know About the World. So I don't have a son, but I really like the way he wrote this and the letter to his kid. It's just so good. And I wasn't going to cry, but I did. I do not have book 4, which is Happily Ever After, but I do have these. This is The Bridal Quartet by Nora Roberts. I have Vision in White, Bed of Roses, and Savor the Moment. And so I'm excited to have these. I'm very, very happy. This is one of my favorite. I love her, like, the ones that have, like, a little bit of the Celtic magic kind of lore kind of stuff, some of the witchy stuff. I do like those a lot, but I loved the friend group in this series. I can't wait. I need to find Happily Ever After, and then I will have the whole set of books, which I might reread some summer. I was perusing the shelves, and I came across this. Now, The Girl in the Spider's Web. was not written by Larson, but by David. How do you pronounce his name? Ledgerkrantz? Ledgerkrantz. Larson passed away, and David took over the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo books. So I decided I would give him a chance. And because I decided I would give him a chance, I will be reading this, and I need to find the second book after this one. So I have the first 3 written by Larson, and then I have this one, but I need to find the second one written by him. I need to find that. And then I think I will be up to date. So my friend said, Amy, weren't you looking for this? Well, they happen to have 2 copies of this in hardback, just like this, and I really liked the cover. I did. It's the sequel to Gone with the Wind, Scarlet. It saves me a trip to the basement of the Antiques Mall. And this one is in really good condition too. I really like it. So I will be reading this, and my sister informed me that she happens to have a VCR still, and she has VHS tapes with the Scarlet from the TV, from Made for TV. She has that. So, and I know that they have Gone with the Wind because she bought Gone with the Wind for my mom. So we will probably watch that after I read Scarlet. So I'm looking forward to that so much. So much. So those are the books that I got at the Friends of the Library. They did have some Sheldon, but I already own those. So then I picked up this at my local library, which is the 3rd book by David. And so now I just need the second book. That's why I said I only need the second book, because I have this one. I have The Girl Who Lived Twice. So I'm hoping he did Elizabeth very well. So sometimes we get interlibrary loans, sometimes we get books from other libraries, and they had an extra copy of Winners. So that means, yes, I need to pick up the other 2 books from the Bear Town, because this is the 3rd book. So I need book 1 and 2. And then I will have my first set of Bachman and my first Bachman. Yes. I'm excited. I want to put some Bachman on my shelves that I can reread. This book she gave me. It's called We'll Prescribe You a Cat. So basically you have some people who are very, very ill. They're in the hospital and they bring some cats in. The reason she gave this to me is because some of the pages are out of order. And I don't care. She gave this to me. So now I have it. And I really liked the translated work of, I cannot remember the name of the author, but I'm going to tell you the name of the book, the Traveling Cat Chronicles. I really like that. So I'm hoping that I'll enjoy this as well. Even if the pages are a little out of order, I will figure it out. Well, that's it. That's my update for you. What I've been reading, what I've been watching, what I've been doing and collecting. And now I am going to spend the rest of my evening, which is all peaceful and quiet. Did you hear that? The Destroyer of Silence is fishing.
The next day.
Good morning. It is just after 4:30 in the morning. Ended up going to bed super early last night. I was just wiped out. I didn't even get to read past one paragraph of Empires and Dust. The phone like flump on my face. That was like not fun, but definite tell it's time to like just give in and go to sleep. I don't even think it was 9 yet. Oh well. I fed Putty an hour early, and I think that was a mistake because a couple hours, 11:30, and he thought it was time for me to like start giving him attention. It's like, no, I messed up our routine. So, lesson learned. You can hear him. Puds, what are you doing? I cannot show you what he's doing to his paw pillow. It's very aggressive, dude. Oh my god. He's fixed. He's that dude is neutered, and still. Okay, he must dominate, I guess, before he takes another nap. But yeah, he woke me up. He's like, "This is what time you've been getting up every day, Mama." I was like, I know, but it's Saturday, dude. I'm glad it's a long weekend. It's very aggressive. Anyways, I don't even think I'm going to make coffee right now. I'm still really tired. Maybe I'll take another nap. I was supposed to do something last night at 8. I kept checking notifications on Discord. We were supposed to get together on Noria's channel. And I kept falling asleep. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to miss the party. I put in her a message. I don't think I missed it. I wonder if maybe she had either internet issues or she fell asleep herself, which is fine because our bodies are tired. It's the end of the work week and there's like life be lifing. But still, I don't know where that came from. I don't know. Is it a sign after a short week with the kids, but a full week of being back to work? Is this a sign, though, that I am too old to be partying after 7:55 in the evening on Friday night? I'm going to take it as a sign. I think that I was just too tired. Anyways, my back hurts. My husband informed me his family is having a barbecue. I am not going. I'm not going. I am tired. I am in physical pain. I had PT Thursday, and we couldn't do all my exercises. Especially this sit to stand one. I said, I have been sitting to stand all day. All day. For the past 2 days. Sit, stand, sit, stand, sit, stand. Scoot, sit, stand, sit, stand. Kneel. Stand. Up, down. I can't do any more of that. And I didn't even get to do like the leg presses. I actually like those. I actually really like those. Like pushing and having the weight. And it's only 45 pounds, but I like it. I like the reps that I get to do with that. Yeah. It's weird. I'm weird. I know. Maybe I will make coffee. I don't know. I'm going to be all over the place again. This is nice. This is nice. It's like a love 'em and leave 'em situation. Now we have to... Are you going to take a nap on the floor now? Seriously. Go look out the window. I don't know. Do you need a cigarette? Private moment.
6.5 hours later.
I texted my bestie a couple hours ago to let her know that I was going to finish the last hour of Everyone on This Train is a Suspect by Stevenson. So I did finish that. Benjamin Stevenson hit the ball right out of the park with this one, and I enjoyed it so much. And I'm going to give it a 4.5 Blossom. Kept me guessing, kept me entertained, kept me theorizing, and then when you find out the different like motivations and the whys, and then you deduct who actually did it, was really fun. And it was almost like a logic puzzle. So I don't do logic puzzles, but I do find them fascinating, and it's interesting when somebody else is solving it. So I am looking forward to hearing her reactions as she's reading, especially when she gets to that chapter where the narrator changes. I love getting her reactions as she's doing the buddy read with me, and I love when she sends me her theories, and when she's like, I knew that. I just love that stuff. That's just so much fun, and I would love to read a third book by Stevenson with her. So I hope there's another one coming soon. Now, for the rest of the day, I know that Noria has her Patreon buddy read discussion happening later today around 2 p.m. EST. So in order to participate in that, I need to finish the last 2 hours of Arkady Martine's A Memory Called Empire. So I'm going to finish that, and then I'll be able to write a few notes so I can participate a little bit easier, I think. Maybe keep my memories and things like that kind of fresh for this afternoon. And then I think I might read a couple of chapters of Empires and Dust, because I didn't really get to go further than that one paragraph before I started falling asleep as I was reading last night. And then I might watch an episode or 2 of Pearl Girl. Even though it's sad, I am enjoying it. I don't want to start the double until I finish the story of Pearl Girl. Then I will start the double. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Also, I need to make sure I stay hydrated today, and I think I'm going to try to find a couple of live reading sprints, productivity sprints, and also I'm going to do some tidying in my just immediate area here to make sure that I'm staying up to date on keeping this kind of clean around me. Even though I really want to jump into big projects, I'm going to give my knee a rest because it needs it. And then later tonight I'm going to save my PT exercises for before bed, and I'm not going to push it because I am quite sore after being on my feet and doing up and down and squats and everything else. Yes, I had PT on Thursday, and we were unable to do all of my exercises because I was in pain. So we're going to take it easy. And then I'm just going to chill. I'm going to just chill today, and I'm going to be kind to myself. That's the most important thing. And yes, we're getting some rain, which is nice. I can hear my husband out in the lean-to on the phone where the friend is. And he and I are very thankful that we're getting a bit of rain. That's good for our well, because we've had to have water delivered and put in our well because it's been so dry. So we're hoping to not have to do that in any time soon again, because it does cost money to have that done. So. Anyways, I'm going to continue my day. I think I might have some more coffee. That sounds good. Plus, I need to fill my water bottle so I stay hydrated today. So that's what I'm going to do. More later. Hello. I just finished A Memory Called Empire by Arkady Martine. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 blossoms. I enjoyed it. It had a slow start, but that doesn't even bother me. The only time that I have an issue with it is if it has a slow start and it doesn't pick up. So I give it to about 50% to pick up, but this didn't take very long to pick up and then keep on going. So. If you are into palace politicking and intrigue like that, I would recommend this. This is kind of like on an interstellar kind of level, because she is an ambassador from a space station, a very large one, going to a planet, and taking over for her predecessor, who has died under mysterious circumstances. So I found that interesting. She has to figure out who is behind it, what happened, and what's really going on, because there's some stuff going on. And then she's got a emperor that she meets while she's there, because it's part of the empire. And yeah, it's interesting. I don't think I'm going to be picking up book 2 anytime soon, because I have so many other things that I have going on. I need to finish my Faithful and Fallen buddy read, and I need to also get some other series done and out of the way, or at least get caught up in a couple of other ones, because I don't want anything going on while I'm trying to read another fantasy series, which I would like to do sometime next year. I wanted to start it in January, but I say that. However, we're reading The Faithful of the Fallen. I'm kind of hoping that after we finish Wrath, because I want to read Ruin all through September. That's the plan anyways. And then start Wrath the 1st of October, or the first weekend in October. Start that and hopefully have that wrapped up the first week of November if possible, because I'm going to be taking a break from the Gwyn, because there are 3 books that take place in the Badlands 100 years after The Faithful of the Fallen, and that is the Blood and Bone trilogy. And I want to kind of take a break in between reading those Gwyn books. I'd like, hopefully, that others would like to come back and join us. I don't expect everybody, but I'd like to see at least a couple of you come back and join me to read Of Blood and Bone. And that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I'm taking a break for the fall because I have several books that I'm very excited for that are going to be coming out, especially in November. I also have, let's see, I want to read the second book, The Strength of the Few, I think, is the next book in the Islington. I would like to read that. I would like to read the next Empire of the Vampire book that's coming out by J. Kristoff. And I would like to read the next and last book in the Sun Eater series by Christopher Rocchio. And then, there's a couple of others. Oh, there's Evan Winter's next book should be coming out, and I would like to do that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But there's a lot that's coming out that I really want to read as soon as it comes out, because I'm highly anticipating these fall releases. So that being said, I'm going to get back to reading and watching some things. I'm going to watch my stories. I'm going to read some of Empires and Dust later, and I'm going to go get hydrated. And I just got messages from my bestie and from my mom, so I need to go and see what they have to say, and I will update you more later.
Much later.
It is August 31st, and it is actually the end of the day. I'm headed to bed. I had a pretty productive day. I finally got another 2% read in Of Empires and Dust. Feeling pretty good about that. Had a really good scene just now between Keelan and a Fade, which was pretty darn cool. And earlier today I took a break. I would have read probably a little bit more, but I decided to take a reading break. Hey baby. I decided to take a reading break and watch a movie. And I was in the mood for cheesy 80s. So At least I think it was 80s. So I picked Krull. I don't know why. I just did. If it hadn't been that, I probably would have picked like Conan the Destroyer or something. But I chose Krull. And it was cheesy. But it was what I wanted. I enjoyed it. As far as old 80s goes, and for that genre, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 popcorns. It was entertaining. It had its funny moments. Special effects were as they were back then. Caught myself laughing because there's this part in Krull where he's trying to get to the top of this mountain. And of course there's rocks and stuff falling from the mountain. And he's trying to like avoid them. And it's like the worst avoidance acting I've ever seen. Also, we all know that those rocks were actually just rock colored foam. Yeah. Not really realistic, but still, I caught myself laughing at that. So I am happy with what I've read so far, and I enjoyed what I watched. And now I'm headed to bed, and I hope that however you spent the last half of your August, that it was fun and relaxing and stress-free. And now we're heading into September, and I'm looking forward to the things that I'm going to be reading in September. So, yeah, I have already picked a couple of books, as I've mentioned earlier in another clip. The Quarry Girls is one of them, and I'm really, really hoping that All the Bad Apples gets picked for Patreon, but we shall see. I asked my bestie if she wanted to read the Quarry Girls with me, so I'm just waiting to see if that's something that she wants to do, because I'm going to start that, I think, tomorrow. And I'm also going to probably read a few chapters of Ruin at some point. I have to run a few errands and then see my mom and dad really quick, and then I will come home and enjoy the rest of my Monday holiday, just chilling. And yeah, so that's it. That's all I have for now. Till next time.